Hello. Welcome to Just in Time. It is our first episode, and I'm so excited to bring this new platform to you all. Today, I have with me Petit-Frère. He's going to tell us about his career, his upbringing, where he is today, and what we can expect from him in the future. So I'm so happy he took time out of his day to spend a little bit of time with me, and we're about to chat it up. So, Love, what's up?
What's going on? Just enjoying summer, with COVID-19 and everything. I've been going to the beach a lot, so.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah.
No invites. Except for that one time.
Come on now, come on.
But we ain't gonna talk about that.
You stay busy, so.
Whatever. So, for those that do not know who you are, tell us.
Well,
Who is Love?
All right, now. I am Love Petit-Frère. I'm Haitian, American. I'm from North Carolina, Statesville, North Carolina, small town.
Yeah, where is that exactly in North Carolina? Because I've never heard of it.
Well, it's literally 45 minutes away from Charlotte.
Okay.
If you know what that is.
Yeah, I've been to Charlotte.
Yeah. Cool. So my family and we moved to the States when I was 12. And I went to middle school there and high school. And I moved to New York to become an actor. And here I am, still pursuing acting. So, yeah.
Okay, so Statesville, yeah. Statesville, North Carolina, and now you live in New York City. Mm-hmm. So you said it was a very, very small town. What was your transition like coming from a small town in North Carolina with some people? Well, a lot of people consider the South. Because I'm from Alabama, I really don't consider North Carolina true South. People aggravate me when they say that because I'm from the dirty, dirty, dirty South. So what was that experience, that whole transition coming from Statesville to NYC?
It was hard because I grew up really sheltered. As by that I mean I would literally go to school and go back home and then repeat. So when I moved to New York, I literally had to learn everything, So, yeah. And I also happened to be a mama's boy. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of hard, to break off that relationship between me and my mom. I mean, it's not broken, but, she still calls me every day.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. So, when you moved to New York City, what did you do?
Well, I moved here for school, actually.
Okay.
I went to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy.
And for those that do not know about that school, can you tell us, some reputable people that have been alumni there?
Come on now. Come on. Jason Derulo.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
It's Derulo, baby.
Now he's on TikTok, he's the king.
Yeah, he is. He get 1 million followers every week.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And he's making that money too in there, so that's good. And my absolute favorite, Trey Byers. For those of you who do not know who that is, he's been on Empire. Well, he was on Empire, and he's just very, very, very talented.
I think everyone should know who Trey is.
Yeah.
How could you not know who Trey is?
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
You really can't deny the guy. Come on.
Yeah. He's very talented, though. And I'm looking forward to seeing more from him, which I know there's a lot more to come.
Oh, yeah. The character that he played on Empire is the kind of characters I would want to play. Mm-hmm. It was just really challenging to see him do everything he did. Yeah. You watched Empire, right?
Yeah, I did.
Come on.
I know.
Come on.
He was brilliant.
I could literally tell you, my top favorite scenes from Empire, but we're not gonna.
No, tell us one.
If you remember a scene where I think it was season 5. Somebody switched his meds, and he was just having one of his episodes, and he was just going crazy because it was such a beautiful scene. Cookie and Lucius, they actually had to come and help him. I think he did. That scene was everything. Yeah. And those are the kind of scenes I want to be doing. Yeah. I want to challenge myself like that. Come on.
You hear that, casting directors? You hear that? He's the guy. So what inspired you to want to be an actor?
When I was back in Haiti, before I moved to the States, I remember watching this movie called Natalie. And Natalie, it's about a girl who had she was suffering from a mental illness. I don't remember which one it was. And people were not taking her seriously. And I remember watching that movie saying, I want to be doing that. The actors, the whole production, the whole production was a masterpiece to begin with. And I remember telling myself that that's what I want to do. But I never really acted on it because my mom was not really supportive. She doesn't think, acting can actually be a job, a career. So I never really did anything about that. But when I moved to the States, to North Carolina, I started really taking it seriously in school. So
okay, awesome.
And sorry,
good.
And Viola Davis.
Viola Davis.
That's all I have to say. If you don't, it's Viola Davis.
I know. She's my aunt. We're related.
She's my mom.
So we're cousins. She's
Come on!
Inspired. She told me to do this, and she was like, if you do this, then I'll see, what it's like, and we'll talk a little bit more.
All right, now.
So this has to be good.
She's so talented. She could. I love listening to her speak. Mm-hmm. She could literally be singing the ABCs. I would find it captivating.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, she's very inspiring too.
She commands your attention, and she's so poised, and like just her whole spirit, even through acting, is so. You just gravitate toward it. She's just a beautiful person, beautiful spirit, beautiful being.
Watch How to Get Away with Murder. If you're not watching that show, you cannot be trusted. I always say that.
Should we be trusting people that watch How to Get Away with Murder?
Well, that's a whole different conversation. Come on.
Tell me what challenges you have faced being a creative in a city where there are so many others like you. Trying to, just get their piece of the pie. We have so many actors here. We have dancers, singers, artists, trying to do their thing in New York City. So what are some challenges you have faced trying to project your career?
Oh, that's an easy one because I remember everything clearly. The biggest challenge that I had faced would have to be my diction, because when I speak, a lot of times a lot of accents come out because I'm Haitian, Caribbean, West Indies.
Yeah,
come on. So I really had to learn how to speak in American Standard dialect. No one really uses that term, but in VPS, in the VPS world, voice and production speech world, that's what they use. So it was really, really challenging for me to fall in line with that, because if I'm trying to be an American actor, I have to sound like an American. Right. So that was the biggest challenge for me.
So you talk about your diction, like are there any techniques that you would use to sort of like work on that to perfect your diction?
Oh yes. I do. A lot of times I use a cork,
like a wine cork.
Yeah, and I put it between my teeth.
Interesting.
Right, and if I'm learning a monologue or a scene, I do it with the cork, and then I do it without it.
Interesting.
And then you will see the difference.
I should try that because I have Invisalign, so like sometimes I'm like.
You should. Props to
like,
you.
Yeah.
Because I have Invisalign, so I could never really speak clearly with my Invisalign. So
yeah.
Props to you.
Yeah. Thank you. But I'm gonna try that out. Like I'm gonna put a cork because I love wine, so I have plenty of corks, and I'm gonna try that out. That's so interesting to me. Fun fact: you learn something new every single day. So what have been your greatest successes thus far? Or your greatest success?
My greatest success would have to be moving here to New York. Mm-hmm. You know, as a child, I was always afraid of, doing things. I literally took a year off college because I wasn't sure if I wanted to pursue acting. And when I did that, it was just weight lifted off my shoulders. So it's something that I'm really, really proud of. It's till this day, it's still one of my greatest success.
So what did you do in your gap year? I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I worked.
Mm-hmm.
I worked a lot, and I bought my first car. Well, my second car, but with my money.
Okay.
So, and after 3 or 4 months, I found out that I got into AMDA, and then I dropped everything, and then I moved to New York, and I went to school, and then here I am, still pursuing acting.
Here you are. Had you ever visited New York prior to?
Oh yeah, I visited back in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what was that experience like?
It was everything.
It was everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was everything. It was this. If you were trying to get away from your family, that's the city to come to. Okay.
I knew, like, before I even ever visited New York City that I wanted to live here. Mm-hmm. Like, just watching it on TV, from Sex and the City,
Gossip
Girl.
Come on.
Like, all those shows were, like, shows that made me want to aspire to be here. Mm-hmm. And before I even ever visited here, I was like, okay, that's the place for me. I'm going to live there. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but some way, somehow, the stars will align, and I will get there. And when the opportunity came, I took it, and here I am. Have not looked back since.
Okay.
I love it here. I love it.
And don't you just love when you watching a show or a movie, and they're based in New York?
I love it.
I love that.
I love it.
Gossip Girl was just everything.
It was, and it is good to like even go back and look at those shows, or like be walking down the street and be like, oh, I remember a scene from Gossip Girl or Sex and the City, and they're right here, and like here I am, a resident now of this city, and like I'm living it.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome. It's a great feeling. There's nothing like being here, truly. So something that we've talked about before, just having casual conversation, is being an empath. Mm-hmm. So can you tell me more about how this has affected your day-to-day life, trying to navigate your career as an actor?
Oh yeah. I have a really good story, actually. After I graduated, I remember I had this job. It was for a Halloween theme park. It was the Haunted Hayride. Mm-hmm. It was actually here in New York, on Rendell's Island.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what that is?
I do. Like Halloween parties and like those haunted houses in New York City, they be like on another level. Really.
And I was fresh out of college. I was so excited to be there with the cast, and a month in to the job, after, when you're an actor, before you go in before you go in, there's like directors, the crew, they tell you about what's going to happen for the evening and whatnot. And I remember after the crew and directors left, it was just us actors, and then the actors they were just bashing the show. They were talking about the costumes, the food that we were eating. I remember I was just feeling everything they were feeling. I was just absorbing everything. I went to my job really happy and excited. I left sad and angry. And that's when it wasn't like after 2 months I realized what happened. I was just learning about being an empath myself, so yeah.
I can definitely identify with that. I just most recently came into the realization or coming to know what it actually means to be an empath. But there would be times where I would be in a great mood and I would walk into the room and then I all of a sudden just feel like this heavy energy like just downloaded to my body, or my mood would suddenly change and I'd be like, why am I feeling like this? Nothing has happened. I just entered the room, or I just entered the car. Like the other day I hopped in an Uber and I was going to dinner and I spoke to the driver and he didn't say anything back, and like immediately my mood changed because I knew that he was not having a good day, and I took on all his negativity. But I had to recluse to myself, like, Justin, now it's not the time. Like, you can't absorb this energy. You need to keep your spirit up. You need to keep your energy up. Don't let this affect your day. Continue to try to be positive, have an optimistic outlook, and go on about your day. So it's just a lot to deal with. And even one of the things that helps me, I can come home and take a shower, and that makes me feel much better. It physically cleanses me. I feel like it also spiritually cleanses me. But something else I've also realized, I need to protect my energy at all costs. So if I'm having a day, if I have a time where, I feel like I've been affected in that manner, and I may have other plans, and I know that I'm not going to be able to, be the best version of Justin that I can be, then I know that, Justin, it's okay for you to, cancel your plans with your friends and let them know that, you're not up to it right now, or to, just really take the time for yourself and, self-care, basically, whatever it may be, light some candles, light some incense, listen to some music, drink some wine, watch a good show. That is self-care to me, and that helps me, ease back into the most pure form of myself. So what are some things that have helped you when it comes to those kind of situations?
That's easy. I work out a lot. For me, working out is my therapy. It works with everything. I work out and then I shower. I take a nap, and then when I wake up fresh. It's like a whole new person.
Yeah.
Awesome. Come on now, you know this.
I know you are a workout person, a gym buff.
Come on.
Yeah, I know you were about to die over the quarantine, not having a gym, right?
Basically.
Okay. So, love, tell us what you're currently working on.
Well, my friend John and I are currently collaborating on a new project. He's a writer. He's a filmmaker. It's going to be something great. I'm very excited about it, but I cannot tell you what it is yet.
Oh,
you just have to wait so you can find out.
Top secret. Hush, hush.
All right.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be great.
It will. He's very talented.
Okay.
You should meet him, actually.
I definitely should.
Yeah,
let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll do that. So in the meantime, while we're waiting on that, we're going to take a look at some of Love's work. So sit back, relax, and take a look.
Why are you hanging out with all these 21-year-olds? Just because your friends are head up their ass, trash people, does not mean you have to hang out with mine.
That is so unfair.
Your documentary is literally about my friends. And now you hanging out with Joe? Must be nice. It's like you want to rub the breakup in my face over and over.
Joe and I are friends. I'm sorry if we enjoy each other's company.
Well, what about flirting in class with James?
What?
Is that so you can show off you were the one who hurt me?
No.
Does it make you feel big?
No.
Does all of this make you feel big?
No.
And, well, what's with this? The shoes, the hair, and the makeup. Is this your I'm over Sam look?
Yeah, because if I wear makeup and do my hair, must be all about you, narcissist.
Right. I'm the narcissist. Well, for the record, me fucking Regina had nothing to do with you. Not everything has to do with you, Gabby. I'm a grown-ass man. I get to choose who I fuck. I can do what I want. And why are you trying to tell me I'm wrong?
Wow, that was amazing. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It feels amazing. That scene, the first scene, it's actually from Dear White People. It was, we remade, we had a short remake of the scene. The roles were switched. So the girl was playing Gabe, and I was playing Sam.
Got it. Interesting.
I don't know if you guys noticed that. I don't know if you did. So yeah,
Which
is a great show. It's a great show too.
It was, especially the second season.
Yeah,
like it was freaking amazing.
What's her name? I forget her name. The girl who played Coco.
Yes, I love her.
She's everything.
Okay, she is. She's a baddie.
Yeah.
She's a baddie.
Okay. You know how we feel about baddies.
Alrighty, so what can we expect from you in the next 2 to 3 years? Like, what are we going to see from Love?
Well, I hope to be working with Viola Davis.
Mm-hmm.
She and her husband, they have a production company, and I really want to work with that company and them. And I think what they're doing is a great thing. They're trying to showcase, black actors, and I think that would be that. I want that to be my break. I actually want Viola Davis to be my mentor. Like, I want to meet her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a dream, but I'm in the meantime, I'm setting small goals to reach that dream.
Put it out there in the universe, and anything is possible.
Yeah.
So I'm sure to happen.
Thank you.
So, do you have any last impressions, last words, any encouraging words for any creatives out there just trying to make it? That small town boy or girl that's back in a small town like Statesville, North Carolina, trying to make it to New York City, or those that are new to the city just trying to make it, any encouraging words for them?
Oh yes, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and just follow your dreams. It's going to be hard, but you have to believe in yourself first. You have to be your number one fan. This is why I'm always saying this. You have to be your number one fan, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So just put yourself out there too.
Yeah. Believe in yourself, people. If you don't do it, no one else will.
That is true. It is something I had to learn too. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure. It was fun. It's always good to see you.
Always good to see you too. Thank you for having me. Come on now.
Absolutely. And that's it, folks. I'm your host, Justin Lamar. And always remember, for the originators and the creators, be yourself. Ha ha ha.
Believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will.
What I was trying to say was, be you, stay true to whatever you do, just do it well, and you will never fail. Take care. Out.